plan with me for July 13, the week 29 in the year 2020. I'm using this lovely kit from Nikki Three called Avery in my very favourite blues and pinks with silver foiling. Please stay with me as I speed you through the foundation, and then we will get back to the plan with me. Starting over in the sidebar, I am going to use this lovely pink and blue roses washi to divide my trackers up. So I'm going to start off with one of the two trackers that's in the kit. So it's this lovely, it's quite a peachy pink, but it's a very pretty shade. And then another one in the blue. I was going to put a divider there, but I think I will run out of room if I do that. So I've put the divider underneath the two trackers. Now I'm going to add the Monday to Friday tracker that I use to either do gratitudes or meals for the week. And then I've got the space down the bottom there where I've decided to use some of the deco in the kit to finish off the bottom of the sidebar, and so it goes seamlessly with the bottom washi. So I'm just laying down some plain washi which was in the kit, which is very handy. And then I am adding, there was only a little bit of deco here on this one, and I've added that down to the bottom corner with a couple of very pretty florals that are in the kit, and a lovely candle that was also part of the deco in the kit. So moving on to Monday, we start the day off, and I'm going to put my work stickers across the page. So these hearts are silver foiled in a very pale blush pink from Clever Girl Crafts, and then I have added a Mum and Me work sticker to the side of each of those, and I'm going to take those right across for the 5 days of the week. Although this is a really sweet sticker, it is a little bit dainty, and there needs to be a little bit of sticker surgery on the end of this one because I pulled off its end. But it wasn't a drama, and in the overall scheme of things you don't really see it too much. And it's just the perfect size font to put beside a nice icon. It's not too big that it takes over, but it's just small enough to mark the start of my day, which on this particular occasion happened to be 5 days at work. Occasionally, you know, you get a work from home day or we get the odd public holiday, but this was a full week, and quite a busy one because Melbourne was experiencing a great deal of COVID resurgence, and more lockdowns were being put in place to try and get on top of the challenge of the COVID spread. And of course, as I've mentioned before, I'm in a healthcare industry, so being in healthcare, that meant that there were going to be new protocols for us, new ways that we had to handle our business. And so on this particular Monday, those protocols needed to be given to our staff and also added to the agenda for our strategy meetings that we have on a Monday night. So I'm just going across the page now and adding the little flags. So there were 6 bows on the little flag trackers, but I decided to cut them down to 3 because that is sort of my preferred option. I find that groups of 3 to-dos are about enough to manage for the week. And then I've also added a to-do sticker when I've put those bow trackers down. They're quite sweet little trackers, got a lovely little silver foiled bow and they come in the shades of the blues and the dusty pinks that are in the kit. So once I've gone across the whole week and added these, so the little to-dos have also got just a little tiny bit of confetti glitter or foil at the end of them, which makes it rather sweet. So now I'm coming to Monday and I'm going to start laying down the activities for this particular day. Started off there with a Harriet Wright Designs coffee cup with a lovely bow on the side, printed on a pink background, and I've used my own script for But First Coffee. Then taken a flag from the kit, and I marked on here that I was planning to upload onto my Mac the movie that I had done over the weekend. So I marked that with a script which came from, I think that one is a paper crown planner, and it came from a print petticoat banded cloud upload with a bow. Then I've just gone to fill in my to-do list, which on this day, as I mentioned, was a huge list of COVID initiatives. And then when I came home that afternoon, I cleaned up my craft room and I proceeded to upload that plan with me to my Mac. So moving down to the bottom of the day on Monday, we had our usual Zoom meeting with. To mark the meeting, I've used a sticker from Live, Love and Craft, busy, crossed out, productive, and used a meeting script from, I think that was Paper Crown Planner. So moving up to Tuesday, I'm looking for another box in the kit. There were quite a few, so it was nice to have a selection. Some of them were foiled and some of them were not. This one here had a little bit of foiling on the side of it. And this was where I marked that that morning I had to send out the new protocols to the staff so that they knew where we were all up to. And you can see that little bit of foiling as I lay it down. It's a sweet little quarter box. So going down to the to-do list, I had to print some labels for another album I had to create for my foils. They're building. I'm a bit of a sucker for a nice foiled sticker. Put those albums away, and I edited the plan with me that I had uploaded the night before. So I've used another little foiled sticker there, little circle, and added a print petticoat banded pair of scissors, which I've marked for editing, and another script from Paper Crown Planner to mark the editing. Couldn't quite get that to sit where I wanted to, so I did have a bit of a fiddle around with that, sort of playing with the script on top and the scissors underneath. But it did take a little bit of push and shove, and then I eventually got it to where I wanted it to go. But it took me a couple of times to do it. You think it'd be easy just laying down stickers, wouldn't you? Once I was finally happy with where that edit sat, I decided to go down to the bottom and just mark that I had watched Poirot that evening. Just needed to lift that computer sticker a little bit so that I could pop that one under. It's got a nice little foiled bow in the corner of it, and I just marked on there that that viewing at TV that night was Poirot. So moving on to Wednesday morning, and I decided that I would mark that with the new protocols, it certainly created a bit of a busy buzz around the clinic. Going back to lockdown was certainly not what anybody really wanted to do, but it is what it is, and we just had to live with it. The patients were hating it, of course, because they've spent long enough away from the doctors that they've come to rely on, so they weren't at all happy about having to move back to lockdowns. But we've also increased some of the protocols because we had a couple of cases of COVID not in our clinic, but in the centre, in the shopping centre that's nearby. So that made for a busy day. Also had a doctor appointment on this day. I sorted through some foils that I printed, and I did a voiceover for my plan with me that had gone up. And then I watched Miss Marple this evening, just to finish off the day, which sort of fits in with my favourite British whodunits. Thank goodness for the, I think it's 9Gem, or one of the 9 channels that run these programs, and you get a couple on the ABC as well, which is good. So now I've moved on to Thursday, and on this occasion I've just sort of again had a bit of a hunt around in the kit for a box, but I've used one of the last pieces of washi strip and popped on here that I marked a coffee. To be fair, this was the first day that I'd marked a coffee since Monday, but I certainly had a few in between there. I read a book that a staff member had given me that was proving to be a very, very interesting read. I haven't quite finished that yet, but it was very interesting, called The Medical Medium. And I was pretty pooped, I must admit. It had been a hectic day. It was very, very busy this week. And then I needed to create a shopping list. I was taking a few cues from that Medical Medium book. Thought I might like to try some of the advice in there. And then I've gone down to the bottom of the page with one of the larger boxes, one of the half boxes, and I thought I'd like to mark that that read had been interesting. It was thought-provoking, and I was quite enjoying it. So I've just used a Crafts by Towie pile of books there, and I used some arrows that came from one of the sheets in the sticker kit, just to fill that little bit of blank space down the bottom. So moving back up onto Friday, the last working day of the week, of course. You've got to love a Friday. And on that particular morning, there had been some happy mail arrive. It wasn't actually my personal happy mail, but it was some happy mail for the clinic that I had ordered and was hoping would come in fairly soon. So that was really good. Marked that one down with a lovely happy mail sticker from Mum and Me, and a cute little envelope from Mum and Me as well. Then I've popped down a divider, which is my own little one that I've printed, and they're actually quite effective and they fill a nice space. It had been a long morning. It was a busy week. I decided to walk outside the centre on this day to pick up the mail after a couple of positive tests, and we were all wearing masks into the clinic this day and working in them now, which was making it harder for everybody. And then at the end of the day, I marked that I'd had a bit of laundry done, but it was a bit tiring, and I do hit the wall on a Friday, so I had a bit of a nap. Now I've moved across to Saturday, and I needed to plan some of my topics for my YouTube videos. I'd had a couple of requests for some different things, so I was making note of that. I did a pre-plan for the filming, and we also had one of our sons coming over to talk about some landscaping that we wanted to do around our block. We found that with the winter rain, we noticed a few spots that needed to be modified, so he came over to do that. Now I laid down I had a bit of a Netflix binge or a catch up there, and I wrote that down, but then I realised that I also did a voiceover, so I did go back and change that. So on Sunday morning, I've just got a Do Not Disturb sticker from Live, Love and Craft on a simply foiled quarter box, and I did have a bit of a sleep in and a lazy morning. And then this Sunday, which is today, the day I'm filming this, our youngest granddaughter was going to be 5 years old, and she was very excited about that. But because we're all in isolation, we're not going to be able to celebrate. But in the evening, we're going to have a bit of a Zoom party and have a look at the prezzies that her mum and dad had got her, and get into the party spirit with her, even if we are a little bit away. And then I finished off the day by painting my nails and just starting to get things ready for the working week ahead. So that was the end of my week, and this lovely kit from Nikki Three. I'll just show you what I've got left. So this is a little bit left, not a great deal, but enough to perhaps use in my personal planner. And then this is also the washies that I used up in the washi banner in the top, which were mainly Simply Gilded and the Pink Room Co. And then I'm just going to have a look at what charms I might like to use on it this week. Settled for just a very simple pom, pink pom. And here's a little bit of a close-up look through the planner. I'll probably come back afterwards and pop a simply gilded top of washi on there, and just wanted to try and catch that foil for you so that you could see it. The kit was really pretty and the foiling was just beautiful. There's no doubt about it. Nikki Three does beautiful, beautiful foiled kits. They are so lovely.